Hi, my name is Peter Ruby, and I'm going to do this quick video about worship piano voicings. Now, voicings are just a really big part to the sound of the genre of music you are playing. Jazz voicings are a really big thing. You can find books about jazz voicings. And the way you voice a jazz chord makes it sound jazzy. Same for worship chords. Which are pretty inclusive of pop music as well. You'll hear a lot of these kinds of sounds in pop music, but I'm just going to show you some of the voicings that I like to use in worship. And before we get started, though, I need to do a quick theory lesson. So scale degree. A scale degree is when you simply assign a number to every note to the major scale. So if you start at C, you give it number 1, D is 2, and so on and so forth, till you get back to C throughout the musical alphabet. So when I say the 1 of the key of C, well, is 1. Well, now if I'm in the key of G and I say the 1 of the key of G, well, it's G is 1. So G is 1, A is 2, B is 3, C is 4, so on. And that's true for any key that I pick. If I pick the key of D, well, the 5 of the key of D is A. D, E, F, sharp, G, A. Okay? Next, I need to talk about chords. I will refer to chords a lot by Roman numerals. Roman numerals, there's capital Roman numerals and lowercase. Lowercase is a minor chord, and capital is major. So if I say in the key of C, I'm going to play the 5 chord, well, I have to think, okay, C is 1, D 2, E 3, F is 4, so 5 is G. So the 5 chord in the key of C is a chord built off of G, which is the 5th scale degree. So a chord built off of any number, you will use the same Roman numeral. The Roman numeral just means that it's a chord, not just a single note. Alright, the chord progressions that I'll be using in these videos is 1, 6, 4, 5, and 1. So, in the key of C, that'll be C, C chord, A minor chord, and then the 4 is F, and the 5 is G. I'm going to play that for you really quick, just so you can see that and hear it. So C, A minor, F, G, and back to C. So again, that's 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. The first voicing that I'm going to be talking about is open voicing. You'll see on this chart that there is the 1 chord is C. I'm going to do this in 3 different keys. The first is in the key of C, the second is the key of G, and the third is the key of D. So as you'll see in the chart, you'll have C as the 1 chord, but this is the second time I'll do it, it'll be G as the 1 chord, and the third time I do it, it'll be D as the 1 chord. Okay, so key of C. The left hand will just play the root of each chord. Just that simple. Okay? Now the right hand is going to play one of the 1, the first scale degree, the 5, and the 1. Okay? So looking back at that chart, you see that it's 1, 5, 1. The bold is the left hand. So that whole line will just be the left hand. 1, 6, 4, 5, 1. The right hand will play the other three notes, so 1, 5, 1. And the only chord that it's different on is the 5 chord, which you see is a 7. So, back to watching my hands. This is 1, 5, 1. Here we go. Then A minor. Then F. And then on the 5 chord, that's where it changes. Back to the 1. Okay? And now I'm going to do that in the key of G. So the key of G, you have the first scale degree, the 5, and the 1. Alright, so G, E minor, C, and D. Alright. Now I'm going to do that in the key of D. So D, we have a 1, 5, 1. 6 minor, 4, 5. Alright, and before we move on to the next voicing, I just want you to hear a little bit how this kind of works in a worship song. So, the chord progression is F, C, and then G. So the first chord is A minor, F, C, and G. Okay? So now I'm going to use that voicing. So, 1, 5, 1. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love never fails, it never gives up, never runs out on me. Your love. Great. And that sounds, this open voicing sounds really good in the upper register of the piano. So I really like it up there. It really shines. All right, moving on. Suspended voicing. Now the suspended voicing emphasizes the 5 of the key, because that is where, that's the highest note that you'll hear in this voicing. So here, I'll show it to you real quick. So left hand is bold in that chart. So 1, 2, 5. Okay, then the 6th chord is 1, 3, 5. 4 chord, 1, 4, 5. 5 chord, 1, 2, 5. And then 1 chord is the same again. Alright, so as you can see, the 1 and 5 stay constant. The middle finger is what changes. Okay? Key of C. Alright? Now I'm going to do it real quick in the key of G. And now in the key of D. Alright, now I'm going to show this to you in the context of a song. Forever Rain. I'm going to play this in the key of C. The chorus. Oh, I'm running to your arms. I'm running to your arms. The riches of your love will always be enough. Nothing compares to your embrace. Light of the world, forever reign. Alright, my next voicing is major 7 voicing. And this one kind of emphasizes the 3 of the key, because that's the highest sounding note. Alright, so again, left hand just plays the roots. So 5, 1, 3. Same thing for the next chord, the 6th chord. Then the 4 chord, same thing, but we'll add this note in. Then the 5 chord. And then back to the 1 chord. Okay, so it sounds like this. Alright, now in the key of G. And the key of D. Now, in the context of a worship song, Lead Me to the Cross. Savior, I come, quiet my soul. Remember, you were as I, tempted and tried, for my ransom. All right. Now my last voicing is a 2-hand voicing. So as you can see, there's now 2 notes that are bold. This sounds really nice in the lower register of the piano. So I'm going to play, and then 5 and 1. And as you can see, the right hand stays the same except for on the 5 chord. We'll just add the 2. Okay, so this is what this sounds like. Alright, now the key of G. And the key of D. Now, in the context of a worship song, Mighty to Save. Savior, He can move the mountains. My God is mighty to save. He is mighty to save forever. Author of salvation. He rose and conquered the grave. Jesus conquered the grave. Alright, so that concludes my voicings. So again, that's open voicing, suspended voicing, major 7 voicing, and the 2-hand voicing. Feel free to email me, and I can send you this PowerPoint. And this is just, these charts might be able to help you, guide you in your voicing. And thanks for watching. Bye.